Hello, beautiful souls. Hello. So, this weekend I was asked some incredible questions by a very dear soul sister, very dear in my heart. And one of them was just so potent and poignant and perfect for right now. I was like, I'm just going to do a teeny tiny video on this and share what came through, because when being asked the question, right, when being asked a question, that is like law of attraction draws forth an answer, which we may not have necessarily articulated. So it's always incredible when we get asked questions, because it gives us the chance to bring through a divine articulation or expression in response, especially when your heart is in that open receiving space. And the question was, Alice, how do I know if I'm discerning? What is discernment? What is discernment? How would you explain it? And I paused for a moment. I was like, well, discernment is a recognition of integrity, really. That's what it is. It's a recognition and an awareness of a person's integrity. And what is integrity? Integrity is all vibrations within that being are in harmony with one another. Integrity is the words that are being spoken match the vibration of intention. All the actions that are happening match highest good, right? It's like it's this highest energy as a base. It's recognition as to whether we are in alignment with our true higher self when we are acting or speaking. That's what discernment is. It's just a recognition of integrity, whether we're in alignment with our higher self calibrated there, or whether someone is calibrated there with that intention. Vibrationally we feel that that's discernment, or whether we are, or someone is calibrated not to that, so maybe to the lower mind, right? And you know, a lot of times right now people are kind of, we're tapping into this discernment, we're kind of honing that ability, we're refining our perception of integrity within ourselves, because always everything starts and ends with ourselves, right? And our process before we can recognize it in another. And the main thing I find personally, and obviously take what resonates, leave what doesn't, as I always say, the main thing that I find is that, you know, to be able to discern, we first must be able to access consciously the heart space. The mind must be able to slow down enough so that it is bowing to the heart, to the wisdom that the heart wishes to bring through, because the heart is the true portal to our higher self. When we choose to calibrate and actively place ourselves in our heart, that wisdom that comes through, that vibration that comes through is one of pure love, right? And we then translate that through our body, through our energy fields, through our mental fields, through our emotional fields. It all gets translated. That initial vibration from being connected here vibrates through, it ripples through, right? And we start to only feel able to articulate, to weigh our words, to choose our words with the vibration of our heart. That's called higher communication. That's opening this throat chakra so that it is released from the shame and the burden and the fear of speaking its truth. Because when we're connected to the heart portal, when we're basing ourselves here and calibrating here, there is no fear. Because when we are in a space of love and knowing, right, there is trust, there is faith, there is the wisdom that every being, every man or woman or whomever, whatever that comes upon your path in that moment is going to reflect that. It's going to reflect that purity of your heart, because you're calibrated there. And if they don't, you'll be able to see, and instead of judging and instead of getting worried or fearful, we just open our heart even more so that the power of our heart light shines forth and helps vibrationally. We don't want to help with the mind, with the lower mind that isn't connected to the heart. We want to, because if we're doing that, that's coming from ego. If there is a disconnect between here and here, it's ego, right? We want to let that heart light shine forth. That's how we know if we're discerning, is where are we first? Are we in our heart or are we not? If we're in our heart, then chances are you are discerning. If we don't know that we're in our heart, then chances are it's an old program, right? that's been created through fear, that's okay. We're just going to integrate that and move it into our heart. Let that love of the heart shine forth. Right? So what is discernment? It's an accurate perception of someone's integrity. And they may not be aware of their own level of integrity. It depends on how practiced they are of moving from here to here and connecting the two and healing that pathway through the portal of the voice, of the throat. Right. That's my interpretation anyway. Let me know if it resonates. I want to know. I want to know. Sending you all so much love. Bye.